Hi, how are you doing? This is Travis from Curiosity Marketing Group, and I am going to show you how to update some various parts on your website. So let's get started. So the first thing that you want to do is, in order to log in, you'll type in the URL of your website, and then you'll do either wp-admin, or a little bit easier to remember is just login, and that will take you to this screen. And if we have not already set up a username and password for you, we can do that. So I will type in mine, and that will bring us to the back end. You don't really need to worry about this. This is just kind of an overview of WordPress, and we'll look at the left-hand side here. So let's go to the front, and we will first look at this. Most of the stuff is automated, like these are random, so these won't need to be updated, but I will show you how to update the properties later on. But I will show you the reviews and where to find those. So if we go back to the dashboard and we go to Soliloquy and click on that, and then we go and find okay, so you'll see that there's a testimonials slider. So what you'll do is you'll want to come back over here and click on posts, and you'll notice that some of these have a category of testimonials. The majority of them should actually. So what you want to do, if you want to add a new one, you click add new, type in the name of it, so let's say Daniel, and then you'll type in the testimonial here. And then if you come over here, you'll see testimonials, and you want to make sure that you click on that and then hit publish. And what that'll do is that will publish it and put it on the homepage of the website. And if you ever wanted to delete one, the way that you can do it is, if you're inside of it, you can hit move to trash, and that will put it into the trash. So then you can click on the trash and hit here, so it selects them all, and then hit delete permanently, apply, and that'll get rid of it forever. And that's how you control this bit. Okay, so let's go. Most of these pages, the way to update them will be very similar. So for the majority of these, it'll be very similar. So let's go to, we are on the real estate page now. So we'll click on pages. That'll show you the full list of pages on the website. And we will click on real estate. And that'll bring up this area. And what you can do is just make sure it's on visual. And this kind of works the same way as a Word document. So you can just click in here, and you can delete something, or you can add something. You can highlight them like so, and you have a toolbar up here, so you can bold it, or you can make it italic, or you can change the size of it, so there's different headings, or you can just make it a paragraph. And it's just simply by clicking it, which is really nice. Yeah, and then whenever you make your changes, if you just hit update, it'll update it, and it will reflect that on the front side. But I am going to exit out of that and not save it, and just to show you that, so if you make changes, and let's say you forget to hit that update, it will notify you saying, hey, are you sure you want to leave? Some of the changes are not going to be saved. So if you hit leave, it'll let you go, but if you hit stay, then you can go, oh, oops, I forgot to update, and hit the update button. Okay, so let's go to property list, which is the next. Okay, so here's where the majority of the updating will occur. So this is basically a summary of each of the properties. So if we click on, let's click on Grand Panama right now, because this will be the best area to show you everything. I'll actually have to go back. Let me go back first, so we can see this picture here. So let me go. Okay, so you're going to go to rentals, all rentals, and we will look for Grand Panama 307, which is here. Fantastic. Okay, so I will be flipping back and forth just to show you what information is what. So this up here is the title, which is here. And then if we scroll down real quick, and then I can click in, this image right here, which is called a featured image, is this image right here. And the way that you can swap that out or add it is you can click on it, And let me just real quickly, oops, copy this so I can have it. Okay, so let me exit back out and let me say that again. So the way that you would normally see it is it would look like this once you're in the very beginning of creating a property. So you would hit set featured image, and you're going to find the image that you want to add. Oops. Hold on. Grand. Okay, I'll just use an example image. Let's just do that for now. So let's say I wanted this picture to be the one that that I use for this property. So I would just click on it like this, which that's the image right there, and then hit set featured, and you'll see that it pops up. And then once you're done filling out all the information or changing anything, you would hit update. Okay, fantastic. So let me refresh that real quick. Okay, so the next bit, which is here, is called the excerpt, which basically is just a small summary of what the property is about. That is here. And now we can click into it, and I'll show you where the rest of the information is. So this part right here is called the soliloquy slider. And the way that you'll do that is you'll come down to soliloquy, and I'll show you one that's already created. So this one right here is already created. And if you notice, there's a short code here. And if we go back, you can see that the short code is here. So the way that you would do this, and I'll show you one that's built, and then I'll show you how to add a new one, is all of your images are here. You don't really need to worry about the settings because they're already set. So what you can do is if you wanted to add another photo to this, you could either select it from your computer or select it from another source. So if you select it from your computer, it'll open up a window, and then you just need to navigate to where that image is. So let's say this one, for instance, and then you hit open, and that will upload it to here, and then you can move them around as you please. So I could drag this one here if I wanted, and then drag that one there. If I wanted to delete this one, I could delete it. It'll ask me, are you sure? And I'll hit OK. Give it a second, and then it's done. And then once you're done making your changes, you can hit update. Now I will show you how to create one from scratch. So we'll hit add new. And what you'll want to do is you'll want to take the settings from a pre-existing slider. So for instance, this one, and hit create slideshow. And that will take all the settings that I have on the other sliders and make sure that they're consistent. In this area, you'll type in the name of the property. So we'll say Grand Panama 201, for instance. You'll find the files the same way, so you'll hit select files from your computer, navigate to where the files are, hit OK, and they'll upload here. Once you're done with that, you'll hit publish, and that'll give you that short code that you'll use to paste here, which will create your slider. Okay, fantastic. So let me get out of this. Okay, so this next bit of information, which is here, is right here. So you get the property name, property address, type of property, distance to beach, number of beds, number of baths, are pets allowed, the square footage, which is all here. Property name, address, type, geographic, beds, bath, pets allowed, floor area. The next bit is the short description, which is here. And if you click on this bottom right and drag it down, it'll help you see this area a little bit better. The property availability is this bit here, and I'll show you how to get that. So it works the same way. There is a short code, but the way that you get that short code is you will need to go down to Settings, VRP Connector, and you can click on it. You may want to open it up in a new tab so it's easier to go back and forth. You'll want to hit Log in to VRP. You'll click on Units, and this unit is Grand Panama 307. So we would find Grand Panama. So if I type in Grand Panama 307, you'll move over here to Edit, click on SEO, and it's this right here. So this Grand-Panama-307. Some of them might be longer, but normally the way that I do it is I name this page slug to the name of the property just to make it easy. So you'll just need to put that in here. So if you look at this short code, you see that it's Grand-Panama-307. So you'll just want to make sure that this other text is in this area. So brackets and then VRP, capital U for unit, space page underscore slug equals, and then quotations, and then another bracket, and then the name of that slug, which you got from here. And that will control all of the availability and the bookings and everything like that. Okay, so then we have the amenities section. So this goes all the way down and gives you the ability to have 8 amenities. So if we go down here, we'll see the amenities, and you can name them whatever you would like. So for instance, we name this one standard amenities, and then we put all the amenities below. But if you wanted to separate them a little bit further and put a little bit more detail, you're more than welcome to do that. If you don't have it, it just doesn't show it. Then we move on to the specials. The specials are this next section. So if there's any specials for this specific property, you can put them here, and then you can add more or delete them, just depending on what you want to do. And if there's nothing there, then it doesn't show one. The next bit is the Google Maps. The Google Maps is, if we go to maps.google.com, and we will look up Grand-Panama-307. So I will copy that. I'll come back down here so we can see it. I will search in Google for it. And that is not right. So Grand-Panama, let's try just Grand-Panama. Okay, there it is. So Grand-Panama Beach Resort. So what you would do is you'll hit share, embed, and you will take the information here. So from that quotation mark, you'll work your way all the way over until the next quotation mark, which is here. And you'll want to copy this. And then you'll come over here and paste it. And then you can hit save once you're done with the property. And that will give you a Google map, like so. So the next part is this up here. So basically, you'll want to, the same information that you're using over here, you'll want to make sure that you transcribe it here. So if it's 2 bedrooms, 2 bath, the distance to the golf, so if it's golf front or golf view, walking distance within 2 miles, if it's pet friendly or if it sleeps a certain amount, what kind of water amenities it has, and then that'll make the full property for you, and that'll put it into the system and people will be able to search it and book it. The last bit is the special notes. This section is for anything that you want to say about the availability. So if the property during certain months requires certain age groups, you can put that here, and that'll put it down in this space right here. Okay, fantastic. So let's move to specials. And specials will work the same way as the real estate, but I'll show you real quick just to give a recap. So if we click on specials, you'll see that you have that box here. So currently we don't have any specials. Now you have property specific, and then you can have just kind of rental wide specials, or even you could put your property specific ones here if you'd like. The same thing for About Us. It works the same way. So you'll have this same sort of screen, and we'll go to that page real quick. Click on About Us, and you'll see that the information is there, and you can edit it however you please. The things to do for the photos. So this photo right here, I'll show you how to edit. So if we go into Pages and click on Photos, make sure this is in visual, and you'll see that your photos are here. And the way that you edit this is you click, you'll see this outline of blue, hit the pencil to edit, and you'll have a gallery very similar to the soliloquy slider. And it kind of works the same way. So if you wanted to drag and move something around, you can. If you wanted to delete something, you can. And then if you wanted to add, you can, which you would go to Add to Gallery, it'll take you to what's called your media library, which is where all your photos are that you've uploaded to the website. Mine is being a little slow for some reason, but there would normally be a bunch of photos here, like you saw when we were doing the soliloquy slider, and you would just select on the photo and hit add to gallery, and it'll put it back in your gallery. Or you can hit upload, which works the same sort of way. So you would hit select files, find it within your computer, and hit OK, and then that'll add it here to the gallery. So then we'll go back to edit gallery. So let's say you added some more photos, you'll see them here, and then you can drag them around however you want. Do not worry about these. You'll want to keep these the same. And then any sort of change that you make, you can hit update gallery, and it'll reflect on the front end. But I'm not going to do that because I do not want to change anything on there. So then the next section that we will go to is announcements. This is the same as some of the previous pages, but I'll go to it just to show it. So if we click on announcements, you'll see that you have the same sort of interface that you can edit however you please. Partners will work the same way. So we'll go into partners, click on partners, and you'll see the same sort of setup. And then if we click on local events, it'll work the same way. So go to pages, local events, same setup. And then we go to owner's area. Now the owner's area is something that we can't edit. This is outside of the site, but that's just where that's at. And I think that does it. I think that that shows you how to update all the pages, how to update the testimonials on the front end, how to add properties, where everything's at to add them, and how to edit them. And yeah, that'll do it. If you have any questions or concerns, please give us a call or send us an email. Thank you.